personnel packages, defensively, offensively, it's all just going to continue working. When you take that bye and you get that week off, it kills whatever momentum you had. So now you have to get guys warmed up again and, go through all this motion. So I'm not I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in lucky rabbit's foots or growing to keep away vampires or any of that stuff. Not a fan of that. But I will say this. Steelers just need to keep playing their ball, their style, their way on every given down on both sides of the ball. I think they'll continue to win. And to be honest with you, and I'm going to go on a record, obviously, because we're recording this conversation, that they will end up beating the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is their year. I think the Patriots are not as good this year, and the Steelers seem to have it together. So I agree with that. But all right, sir. I got to get going. Thank you so much. It was awesome. It was great meeting you.
Likewise. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. And, yes, you're a sportscaster on CBS 5 in Cheyenne for now, but in the future you'll be on Channel 2 and KDK in Pittsburgh. We're working with Pomp and Selena. We'll keep that space open for you, and I'll see you at Permanis or Minio's or someplace so we could hang out.
There you go. Maybe we'll just go.
All right, sir.
Thanks a lot. It was great having me on. For those that are not following, go to me and follow after Reyes. You can go to thereduckshow.com. You can check out all my podcast goodness, interviews, and all that good stuff. And yeah, so I appreciate it. Thanks again for having me on. I had a great time.
All right. I'll see you, sir.
Take care. Thank you.
Okay, now for our weekly preview of what's going on of this weekend's NFL action. Actually, this Thursday's NFL action, since it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Coach Warzoo and Mark Hagler, guys, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Happy. Sure, it's Thanksgiving Eve.
Yes.
Just like every other show, they do their turkeys. Their turkey of the year, but I think we know who the turkey of the year was. A certain gentleman that we spent maybe 33% of our time talking about. There can't be a bigger turkey than Le'Veon Bell.
It's got cut like 10 or 12 minutes off the podcast just by him.
We would be so much more efficient if we didn't have to deal with that buffoon. But
well, I'm sure we'll talk about him, in the off season or whatever.
Oh, yeah. So he'll do something soon. He's just sitting in the the weeds waiting to pounce on something.
Weeds.
Yeah.
Was that
pun intended?
Okay.
Pun intended.
LA Fitness. You got to be getting up shot somewhere.
But what about what to be thankful for? What is the biggest surprise or the biggest reason that the Steelers have started out bad and then just have rattled off 6 in a row? What do you think is the biggest surprise, or what they should be most thankful for?
I guess they should be most thankful for the resurgence of the defense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The pass rush was pretty good last year, but it's come back in full force this year, and that's helping the secondary out. And maybe we could be thankful for a certain early draft pick being benched pretty much the last 4 or 5 games.
Who are Artie Burns?
Yes.
I think him being benched has a lot to do with the defense doing well. I think it was addition by subtraction.
All you have to do is be somewhat decent to be opposite Hayden, and that's what Sensabaugh has been.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Just don't suck.
I think the other thing that they could be thankful for is that James Conner is doing as well as he's doing. He basically made the Steelers forget about Le'Veon Bell. He's putting up better numbers. Maybe he's not the better back, but he's almost as good, if not better. And nobody, not everybody saw that coming. I mean, even I'm his biggest fan, and I didn't know he had that in him. So that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. He's far surpassed what I thought he'd be as a starter. I mean, I thought he'd be a pretty good starter, but I didn't think he'd have some of the dominating games he has now. There's certain games they've gotten down early, and that kind of dictated what they had to do to get back in the game. So he wasn't, as used in the run game. But I mean, he's been blocking pretty well. He's, for the most part, almost as good out of the backfield catching the ball. So I mean, yeah, and just having him as a backup for Bell, because I mean, if he wasn't there and producing like this, we'd still be talking about Bell.
Yeah,
he'd be on the team, or something would have worked out, but then they wouldn't have that extra $14 million either now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anybody that can really say honestly that they thought Connor would step in and absolutely dominate and be one of the top backs in football. Even arguably the top back behind Gurley.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't think there's anyone would have expected that, Hopeful, but not, expected.
Yeah,
step right
it's
in.
Amazing. So, we didn't get to talk about the Steeler game. How amazing was that? I'm still in shock that they beat Jacksonville.
That was pretty crazy. That's the only way you can really put it. I mean, what a gutsy, don't give up attitude. As much crap as we give Tomlin and the coaches, you got to give them credit for sticking in there, and they definitely don't have a give up attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of slayed the dragon there. That's kind of been not only the Patriots, but kind of recently the Jacksonville Jaguars have been the hump that they've had to get over. And I thought that they weren't going to do it again. I don't think anybody thought they were going to do it. And then all of a sudden, Big Ben magic reappears, and some big plays happen, and here we are. Got a great shot to do some damage and maybe even sneak. Do you think we can sneak into a bye is the question? If everything maybe plays out right, we beat the Patriots. The Chiefs may. I don't know the Chiefs' remaining schedule.
Yeah, I think they play a couple. They play like the Chargers once. They play a couple division games once, and one other team, Seattle, I think they might even play. So there's some games in there where they have potential to.
Could it be the Patriots and Steelers playing in the regular season in a few weeks? Could that determine the bye again?
It could be. It's definitely going to be one of the big factors. I mean, getting that bye is going to be nice. And the best thing about being Jacksonville is they essentially sealed their fate for this year, so we won't have to play them in the playoffs most likely.
Yeah.
That's even more like a big deal because of how much they've struggled the last two seasons overall against their defense. So that's a great thing too. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be. I don't know how the Patriots will do up until then. I don't know what their schedule is either. But I mean, without anything changing dramatically, I think it's basically going to be the Steelers, Chiefs, and Patriots going for the top two buys.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
With the Chargers, I mean, that Chargers game is gonna.
I forgot about the Chargers.
Not very good team.
A major part in this bye week.
Yeah, we play them too, and they just lost a not very good team. So
there's basically 4 teams playing for 2 spots. Chargers, Patriots, Steelers, and Chiefs. And 2 of them, they play the Steelers play the Chargers and the Steelers play the Patriots. So they kind of determine their own fate. So very
and I like that they're both at home. That makes me feel pretty confident about both games. So
I am optimistic about both of them. I think I'm kind of optimistic about the Steelers, but then again, one thing can happen and it could all, go to hell. So
week to week or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so Thanksgiving, is my favorite holiday because all you do is eat. Some of us have to cook, right, Coach?
So just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You eat and you watch football, and there's 3 Thursday games. The 12:30 game is Bears at Lions. It's a beautiful thing that the Lions and the Cowboys play every single Thanksgiving. It's like clockwork.
Like part of the Thanksgiving tradition, like
it
you know
is.
It's going to be a game it's on. So
It is. And also a tradition is the Lions getting their butt kicked. And I think that's what's going to happen this time. It's in Detroit. The Bears are playing in Detroit, but I like the Bears. What do you guys think?
Guys, you know where I'm going. I'm sticking by my Lions.
You're going to die on that hill.
I listen, I have a soft spot in my heart for the Lions and Barry Sanders and Herman Moore. And even they gave Chucky Batch a chance.
Yes.
Just a kid from Steel Valley. Gave him a chance.
That's true.
Look, in all seriousness, though, it's a very short turnaround for the Bears. Trubisky's out. The Lions are always tough at home on Thanksgiving. They're always tough at home.
I totally forgot that Trubisky's out.
Is he officially out now? I didn't know if he was.
Yeah, he's officially out. Chase Daniel is starting.
That could make me.
I might change my mind. Oh boy.
Warzoo does not sound so crazy right now.
Okay. That was gonna be my opening thing. Was gonna be if Trubisky's out, then I think I'm gonna change my mind to the Lions.
I'm still going Bears. I think Khalil Mack will actually be the quarterback, and I think he'll throw touchdowns to himself. That's how awesome he is. I have a giant man crush on that guy. Yeah, I think he can do anything. So yeah, he'll just throw touchdowns to himself, or he'll just score all the defensive touchdowns. That's all.
Yeah, he'll get a couple like the Rams got the other night.
Yeah. Then the 4:30 game is Redskins at Cowboys, another tradition. I'm going Cowboys only because Alex Smith died last week.
Yes. No, almost. Sorry, I had to yell at something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Cowboys as well.
Okay.
I think because of the quarterback situation. So.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to go Cowboys. I think it's going to be a close game. I know the spread's like 7.5. I think it's going to be a 3-4 point game, but I'm going Cowboys.
Mark, do you have to go?
I have a couple more minutes left. So.
Okay. We'll do this real quick.
Listen, I know. Believe me, I know how it is. I
understand too. We're running late.
That out, you might save some people's ears if they're listening or something. I think I sounded like Will Ferrell and Meatloaf. All right.
Falcons at Saints. Everybody's taking Saints, right?
Yeah, Saints.
Jaguars at Bills. I'm actually taking the Bills.
Man, this is a tough. Is Josh Allen starting? Who's starting the quarterback?
I think it might be Josh Allen.
You know what? I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna pray for his hamstring and go Jaguars, and Leonard Fournette gets like 30 carries, and they win this 17-9.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jags just because I think they're good enough to beat the Bills like they tried to beat the Steelers, I think.
Yeah. This time it actually might work.
Yeah, maybe.
Browns at Bengals. I think the Bengals suck and they're falling apart. I'm going with Browns.
Yeah, Pac-Man Jones may very well crawl back to the Bengals.
Oh man!
Along with Hugh Jackson.
Interesting.
Bengals stink. I'm going Browns.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Browns as well. I don't think the Bengals have much going on right now.
Raiders at Ravens. Everybody's taking the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason to.
Patriots
win 2 in a row.
Yeah, Patriots at Jets. Everybody's taking the Patriots.
Patriots.
How about Giants at Eagles? Wow, there's only the Eagles are fighting for their season. They're 4-6. I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles. I think.
Yeah, it's you got to bet on desperate teams at home. Eagles.
49ers at Tampa Bay.
Oh, another